so advanced that they walk away from whatever it is you're trying to teach them because they're just frustrated with it. And I think we all, unfortunately, have seen that sometimes. So what are your goals and objectives? Well, I think you really always have to think about where you're going to end up. Where do you want those users to end up? What should they walk away with? So you design with the end in mind. Now that sounds really simple, but it's something I think you have to keep in your head the entire design process. Always consider, well, where am I going with this? What am I trying to do? What are my goals and objectives? And it might be something you're creating just for your library, using ebooks, learning how to cite materials correctly. Or it might be something, again, that you're working with an instructor, and you've got to use their goals and objectives as well, too, and sort of marry that content. You have to figure out, what are my learning strategies? How are my students going to learn this? How are my users going to come away with this? And it's going to be different based on each individual group, what's going to work best for them. Well, we all know that acronym, right? Keep it simple. I won't go any further. Just keep it simple. And I think there's that tendency, I know I have it, to get involved. I want to make bells and whistles. Bells and whistles are okay, because you do also want to keep your users interested. You want to keep them engaged in what you're doing. But sometimes we have to think like students. They tend to learn in little chunks. So chunk your learning. Don't make it too big. I do that, trust me. And I have to step back sometimes and go, wait, I'm trying to get too much into this. You have to think about those learning styles as well too. Now Kristen's going to talk a little bit more about getting that feedback, but one of the things I've learned from my students with my information literacy course is they don't like the videos when they're too long. Now I think they're short and sweet. They think they're too long. And that's a consistent message. Oh gosh, these are kind of boring. Can you make it shorter? I want to have it in little pieces of information. So that's something that I've challenged myself to do, is to step back a little bit, see if I can revisit that material. If I can get the content across in 3 minutes rather than 4 minutes, well, they're going to be happier. And as long as the end result they're learning stays the same, I'm okay with that. So I'm going to turn this over to Kristen. She's got some wonderful things she's going to tell you, and again, she's going to share stories about me too.
There will be stories. So. You'll also want to think about marketing. How are you going to get your users to use what you create? So you want to think about, how are you going to promote it? Are you going to put it on the front page of your website? Are you going to put a Facebook post about it? Are you going to put it on your blog? How are you going to get them to use it? Even as simple as putting it in your FAQ. If you use live answers, you can put in your FAQs links to these materials that you create. And also partnering with other departments is great. You can partner with your distance learning department, because they can put, maybe they've got a resource page that they can put your materials. Or maybe they're getting questions that you can answer. So you can partner with different departments. Even your PR department, they might help you with creating promotional materials just for your information materials. And of course, making it relevant. And I think Julie mentioned it earlier, if you're getting a lot of questions about one specific thing, make a tutorial just on that, or make something just on that. That way it's nice and relevant, gets them what they want to know, and then they can go. And if you're doing something more advanced like course integrated instruction, faculty buy-in is super important. I'm sure we all know that. I had a really great experience, well, not so great, this past month actually, with face-to-face instruction. I think these same principles apply to distance learning as well. I had an instructor who introduced me in this really elaborate way for her first class. And she's like, you will take notes, and this is really important. And guess what? They took notes. They thought it was really important. I had the same instructor, like right afterwards, and she didn't do that introduction in the second class, and they didn't pay as much attention as they did the first time. So getting that faculty buy-in can really change whether or not the students are going to be using your stuff. And of course, students don't do optional. What's in it for me? What are they going to get out of it? They want short, sweet, and they want, sometimes external motivation like grades, extra credit, something. So, and then of course you want to think about technology. What are you going to use? What's out there? What's available at your campus? Are there any vocational or community college librarians out here? Excellent. For those
Ask them the next question. How many of you know about soft chalk? Okay, that's pretty good. But
excellent. And it's available for free for a lot of community college and vocational college librarians. So take advantage of it. It's a nice, easy, free software. You can do interactive games, quizzes, you can do scores, you can create whole tutorials. It's great. And no, I'm not getting paid by Softchalk for this.
What's the name again?
Softchalk. And we're going to take you to our LibGuide, and we've got it linked there as well too. That's okay. No, thanks for asking.
But you can find out maybe what your campus or your institution has licensing for, and maybe you can take advantage of it so it doesn't necessarily have to come out of your budget. And there's also